Hello everyone, my name is Stefano Piccino and I'm a second year student of Sport Business Management at London Metropolitan University. This is my second video for the Learning Through Work module. I apologize if my voice doesn't sound too clear, but I'm a little bit ill today, so apologies for that. Well, in this video I'm going to talk about some incidents that I had to deal with during my work placement at Millwall Community Scheme. As I told you, as I said in the first video, the facility is equipped with several fire exits, which, if opened, they give an input to an alarm who goes on in all the leisure center. According to the procedure, any time that the alarm goes on, one of the duties manager or the facility manager have to enter a code of 4-digit number to deactivate the alarm, and then they have to check that all the fire exits are properly closed. Well, during one day of my second week at Millwall Community Scheme, I was left in the reception office with just with the receptionist girl. The facility manager and the other two duties manager went out for their lunch. Well, while I was working on one of my tasks, the alarm went on, the fire alarm went on. Initially, I started panicking, but I knew what the procedure was, but I initially thought that the receptionist girl will deal with the alarm, so I kept working on my task. After a bit, I looked to the receptionist and I asked her if she knew what to do, and she told me that she didn't know the code to deactivate the alarm, that it wasn't part of their duties, and that was the first time that it happened while she was left by herself in the office. Well, I thought I knew the 4-digit numbers, so I left my desk and I entered the code, but obviously it was wrong. I've tried the same code for a couple of times, but nothing happened. I admit I felt lost for a moment, but then I remember that I took some note during my first meeting with the facility manager, and I knew that I had the correct code written on my agenda. So what I done, I got my agenda, I looked for the code, and I finally entered the code, the right code, into the system, deactivating the alarm. I felt much better. I was calm again, and I was confident with what I was doing. Following the procedure, I went around the facility checking that all the fire exit doors were properly closed, since I found one door open next to the AstroTurf facility. I closed the door, I went back to the office, I wrote on a memo that the fire exit door number 8 was found open at that time on that day, and I signed the paper and I came back to my desk. When the facility manager came back to the office from his lunch, he asked me if everything went alright. I explained him the situation, and he told me that I made a great job following the procedure in a correct way. He also apologized for letting me in the office by myself, just with the receptionist girl, and I told him that from that moment I will always remember the 4-digit number to deactivate the alarm. Well, I should say that when I saw the 3 managers going out to the office for their lunch, I felt a little bit nervous, because I thought that I wasn't ready to deal with any kind of situation such as customer services, phone calls, or fire alarms as it happened, because it was just my second week at Millwall, so it was like my 3rd day. I was new. By the way, it is true that from one hand the manager knew that I was aware of the procedure in case the alarm went on, and I was aware of the code number. However, in the other hand, I think that he shouldn't let me in the office because I'm not a real member of the staff. I think he should have told to one of the duty managers to delay this lunch and to stay in the office with me and with the reception girl. I'm sure that if it will happen again, I will be much confident than I was that time, and I won't panic at all. Another kind of issue, second issue that I had during my placement at Millwall was while I was working on one of the tasks that the manager gave to me. Basically, I had to read and analyze the finance statement and draft of the year 2011-2012, and I had to create a new finance statement for the current year, trying to calculate the revenue, the expenditure, the profit, and the costs of the company. Well, I had to transfer the data from a Word document to an Excel file. I've never been too confident with Excel, but thanks to one of the modules that I've done during my first year of university, I improved my knowledge. Basically, it happened that I got stuck. I'm sorry. I got stuck in creating a particular draft with more than 10 values, all on the same charts, on the same draft. On the first instance, I didn't know what to do. The manager wasn't in that day, so I basically went back on the module folder that I kept on my USB and I looked at the video that we used to learn the basic skills of Excel last year. Even I also done stop.